Hi guys, and welcome back to Battlefield 1, and we're on the third war story now, the first part of Avanti Savoia Ola Vittoria. And I do apologise because, well, yeah, I'm crap at foreign languages, but I'm going to shut up now and I'll be back after the cutscene.
Are you all right? We're ready for you to cut the cake. Wow, these are incredible.
Yes, it was an incredible time.
You looked very handsome in that uniform.
That's not me, that's Matteo.
Oh, of course. I'm sorry, Dad. Take as long as you need.
No, it's okay, Tesoro. It's time I told you what happened to him. It was during our last battle together, just a few days after our 21st birthday. My brother's battalion had been ordered to capture a fort deep into enemy territory. I wasn't going with him. I was part of a special unit with a different mission. Our task was to support Matteo's battalion. We were a proud unit. We changed the war for Italy. The Arditi.
Right, so I'm part of some Italian special unit. I have a rather large gun, and I seem to be covered in bulletproof armour. So let's have a bit of fun.
While Matteo was pushing forward, I had to fight up the mountain and take out anything targeting his unit.
Just hearing this story makes me worried for you.
Don't worry, I was in a full suit of armor. Besides, the Arditi were proud volunteers. We would have done anything for Italy.
Well, there you go. He's just told us a little bit about himself and the unit there.
A church
Now,
was sitting at the base of the path. Enemy troops had fortified it. I had to fight them first.
okay. Now, excuse me. I'm not going to stop. I think every time. I may most of the time, but when I did this one, and you know, I'm not giving excuses. I was being a bit gormless in it. To be honest, through this part of the mission. My kids were back from school and we got family visitors round as well, but I had to try and get some footage on this because I think it was about the only chance I had that week. So yeah, I did go a bit meh at some points, but it was quite nice to not have to be quite as careful as you normally have to be when you're on foot. And I think that this was possibly the most fun mission I did throughout the entire story, maybe. Definitely on foot, maybe even altogether, including the vehicle missions, but I don't know what it was. I think it was just the fact that you're in bulletproof armour, so you know you're going to take damage, especially from the sides or the rear. You've got to watch your legs as well, so that's a bit of a tip for anybody. Try and get behind cover to cover your legs. And you do take a bit of damage, but not a great deal, if any at all. It's only every now and again one gets through, and it's normally when you start getting surrounded like I have a bit here. So, you know, when you get to this level yourself, just try and remember that. Try and keep your legs covered as much as you can, and hopefully that should help you out. But you are pretty tough. You can take a lot of punishment. And I wasn't entirely sure what I was actually supposed to be doing at this point, so I did, you know, have a little pause and think, is this something I'm supposed to be doing specifically, or is it just a case of, like, you know, killing all these Germans? And it's a bit of both. I've got to kill most of these guys and then get up to the church and capture it, a bit like in the conquest mode. I think we did it in possibly the first war story when I was in the tank. I had to capture some command points then. So that's what I've got to do. Work my way up here, killing everybody, and capture that place. And it's, you know, I was actually surprised myself that, yeah, I didn't die a couple of times. And did you see that? I managed to shoot the gun while it was pointing up in the air, and the bullets were coming out the bottom of it. That's magic. I don't quite know what happened then, but yeah, sometimes things do go wrong, don't they? But we seem to have thinned them out a bit. I'm taking the odd hit, but nothing major. And I'm just going to walk after these guys and just take them down. Just got to watch the ones that are just on my flank, pull back a bit. And again, I really don't know how I didn't die on this bit. But you see how as soon as I turn around, I start taking a lot more damage. And that's basically because the armour, well, it's not on your back, it's not on your legs. I hate this flamethrower, guys. Back off a bit. I've seen those discovered in the multiplayer, but I've never actually got to one myself. I think the closest I came to was either one of these, or it might even be a flamethrower one, and I was just running to it and somebody else grabbed it instead. I'm starting to get a, well, I say a little low on ammunition. I've got 374 left, but I am getting a little low now compared to how much it actually fires. And I know that these aren't my most popular game series, so not many of you will actually watch this and hear this, but I am going to try and catch up with all the comments on the videos from over the Christmas period. It's a very busy time for us, Christmas. So I've been a bit lackadaisical on reading and getting back to you on the comments, that sort of thing, so I am going to try and catch up over the next couple of days. Now, we've about cleared it. Oh, flamethrower, back up. It's alright, clipped his backpack. Seems to be the best way to take him down, just shoot for the backpack. And now I'm just going to get in, clear out the Germans that are in there and capture this place. And I've switched to my, is it a submachine gun? I think it is, yeah. A bit better for close quarters fighting, but I've still got the body armour on. Swapping weapons is normally faster than the reload. Did find it quite hard to see in here at the time, although I think I might have upped the brightness slightly since then, I don't know. Well, only that wouldn't affect it on this video. Nearly captured it. There's a bit of a German presence, but it's starting to drop down. And I think, oh nope, he's on our side.
There was an artillery gun that was shelling us and Matteo's unit. I had to destroy it.
And he was still heading to the fort?
Right. I had to make sure he got there.
Right, so that's this captured. Now on to the next bit. And I think I actually managed to do all this part of the mission without dying once. And all in one go. You know, the all in one go normally do, but the not dying one, you know, the not dying, yeah, not so much. But I think I actually managed it. Just having a quick check around for ammunition. I don't really want to get rid of this gun, so I'm going to try and keep it for as long as I can. I just need to try and find some ammo for it. I hope you guys all had a good Christmas as well. I can't remember if I mentioned that in yesterday's video, but yeah, I hope you all had a fantastic Christmas. And thank you again, and I'll probably say this in my in tomorrow's video, in the new next World of Tanks video. But thank you to all your Christmas wishes as well, everybody that's sent them. So yeah, thank you very much. That was really nice of you, and yeah, I hope you've all had a great Christmas. Now it's a bit dark in here. Let's see what weapons I can find. Oh, found a field manual. I've not really been looking for those as I've been playing this, I must admit, and I think I might possibly. Now I've finished the story for this game. I've got all the footage for it, all the story's done, and I am contemplating going back through it and seeing if I can find all the field manuals. Maybe I don't know about resetting my gameplay, because it might reset my multiplayer, but do something, you know, try and go back through it and find them all. but I'm assuming that the ones I've already found I won't be able to find again, so excuse me, that'd make it very difficult to show where they all are. I don't know, I'll have to see how I can do it. Now they are bombing the crap out of us. We've got a couple of armoured trucks here, although, well, one less armoured truck it seems. I have got some anti-tank grenades, so I'll take these guys out and see if I can hit that with one. Probably not. No, way under through that. Although I think it did do a bit of damage. Oh, I'm getting shot from somewhere. Where? Or is it the truck itself? Yeah, I don't think I've actually figured that out at the time. I think I've only just figured it out now, but yeah, it was the truck itself. And now it's a case of getting up this mountain and trying to take out those guns up there.
Matteo and the entire Italian offensive was in danger as long as that artillery gun remained. So I had to take it down.
Yep, there you go. Take the artillery out. And this bit was quite nice, and again it was nice not to have to really worry and be particularly careful. You know, you can stand there, you can take a few hits, you don't have to be ducking in and out. And it was just nice. It was a nice change of pace from what we'd had so far. Oh, and the sort of last war story and the last mission on that really was quite intense. Sort of an intense last part, and it was quite tricky as well. Did die a couple of times, and then I found a sort of bit of a way of doing it that helped out a little bit, so I'll mention that when I get to it. And you do kind of feel quite invincible and fairly unstoppable in this armour. It's just a case of walking forwards with a big gun, shooting anything that moves. And I think you can get this in the multiplayer. I think it is one of the kits that you can find, like the Flame Trooper kit. I think this is one of them. I don't know if there's another one. I can't think of any others that are in the game that you sort of encounter through the story. I think that is just it. I think it's just one of these guys or a Flame Trooper. Now again, there are multiple routes up here. Some lead to dead ends with equipment, the other ones possibly field manuals, others there are just multiple routes up the actual mountain itself. And it does get a little bit, I don't know, you kind of lose your bearings a little bit. You see, this way I think is another route down which I could have taken, but I can also go up and around behind them as well. Or I could have carried on before I came through that covered part of the trench. And again, normally a machine gun sort of emplacement like that would have cut me to shreds and I would have died. Gone back to the checkpoint, but not this guy. I'm assuming it's that that's shooting at me. It seems like it. Well, there are a few others. I think I'm going to get into cover over here, see if I can find any ammunition. I'm starting to get a bit low. What's that? Stick grenades. Usually is in the small boxes. Some sort of grenade. But I've got a slightly better position, and I was just wondering whether I could actually work my way through here, and I can. And it looks like this should cover me until I can get to a position to shoot on that machine gun this from a better angle. Yep, here we go. Take out the Flame Trooper. I thought I'd actually taken him out then. I saw a little jet come out of his pack as I hit it, and I thought it was about to fire and, you know, go up, but I'm not quite sure what happened. Place is nearly won. That's where I've got to get into, so take out this machine gunner. There he is. And I think it's a case of, if I can't find ammunition, stocking up on some different weapons. I think that's what I'm actually doing here when I go a bit gormless and just sort of fail to notice the German soldiers shouting and shooting at me. Yeah, I do become very indecisive on weapons here. I'd seen a couple back here that might have been quite handy. This one's got a good rate of fire, decent sized clip. You know, it's not a bad gun actually, I quite like this one. And I was just looking for something else to replace the big gun that I'm holding out. What it is, I don't think it's a Lewis gun, is it? Possibly, I'm not sure. Not entirely sure, I'm sure somebody will let me know in the comments. But yeah, I was looking for something with ammunition, checking rates of fire, accuracy, recoil, that sort of stuff. And I think, I don't know what I settled on actually, but I'm trying not to sort of edit the videos too much with this. I know a couple of you that have, I think a couple of you that have watched it have sort of said that they'd prefer the full unedited. But you've got to pick your weapons carefully, haven't you? Your life may depend on it and all that.
Sure that my men were safe was to blow up the gun itself.
And my thinking was that this was, you know, a good gun, so I might as well keep it until I'm actually fully out of ammo. And then dump it and get something else. Is that another field manual? Yes, it is. Another one to keep a mental note of. Gun crate, some sort of sidearm or anti-tank, dynamite. I would imagine I'm probably going to need that to take this gun out. And I wasn't quite sure how I was supposed to take it out at this point. The dynamite, yeah, it kind of didn't occur to me. I think I've got some on me, that might have been the case. And no, I think it's going to take some more than that. Should have put a couple in the first place. That should do it, hopefully. No, yeah, that's done it. So, remember that, 2 lots of dynamite to take it out in one go.
That explosion was one of the sweetest sights of the war for me. But there was no rest. I could see an anti-aircraft gun over the next ridge that was taking out our planes. And that was my next target.
He must have very, very good eyesight, because he was in an underground bunker when he could see the anti-aircraft gun on the next ridge. I would like to have his eyesight. They're all friendlies. Look for a bit of ammo. See what I can find. There might be some snazzy new weapon for me. Nope, just a bit of dynamite. And again, sort of each new location on this game really does highlight how special, you know, the graphics are on it. They are absolutely stunning. And like I say, each new location just sort of adds a new depth to it, and you know, just a new side to it. Even though the Alps, you know, the war did spread over into them, it's not as war-torn and decimated as, you know, the trenches and the sort of the previous levels that we've been on, you know, with the no man's land, and it's just absolute ruin. I was just checking that I'd not left anybody behind me. It's very easy to get turned around up here with all the different paths and all the different routes through. And that's one of the things I did notice about this bit. Like I say, it's still the best. Well, not the best, sorry, I think it's the most fun level, or mission, war story, whatever you want to say. This one, this first sort of part of it, was the most fun I've had in the game, in the single player mission. Possibly not the best level, you know, there's been the ones with the Mark V, I think it is, where you've got, you know, Black Bess. There's a lot of stuff going on, very visually, you know, very, very can't think of my words now. Stunning. There you go. Absolutely visually stunning. You know, this is no less so, but this was just the most fun to play. And again, here goes my indecisiveness with weapons and ammunition, where I'm having to stock up because there really isn't a great deal of ammunition lying around, and if you're not careful you will end up having to sort of swap guns a few times, more than likely. Take these guys out, go for the reload. I've still got some mates with me who've done a little bit for me as well. Although having said that, when I turned around there was nobody there, so yeah, I'm not entirely sure where they are. Although I should be able to deal with these guys on my own. Especially if they're going to come at me one at a time. It's like playing World of Tanks, isn't it? They greatly outnumber me, they could just surround me and kill me, but they came at me one at a time. Yeah, very much like World of Tanks.
But then I heard a noise that I will never forget. They were targeting Matteo's unit below me, so I do the only thing I can. It was me against an entire enemy bomber squadron.
I'll tell you what, this guy is one hard case. He really is. You know, there have been other people with him, but he's more or less done all the work, and he's, you know, taken a church, killed what seems to be an entire battalion of Germans, taken out the AA gun, and now is taking on an entire bomber squadron on his own in an AA gun. Nice. Well, no, it wasn't an AA gun he took out, it was an artillery gun, wasn't it? Sorry. So yeah, I wouldn't like to piss this guy off.
After the first few went down, they started targeting me. I had
Yep.
to stand my ground.
We're getting towards the end of the video now. This is basically sort of towards the end of the first part. It was quite an intense thing. The second part, it was good. Not quite as fun. You don't have your armour, and I died a lot and ended up turning it off and trying it again the next day because I got very... I don't want to say I got angry, but I just got very frustrated. I don't know, couldn't quite figure out where I was going wrong, so turned it off, went back to the next day, did it straight away. You know, go figure. Anyway, it's about at the end, so I'm going to just say I hope you've enjoyed the video. Yeah, just hope you've enjoyed it. Like I say, it's not the most popular series, but as always, take care out there, and I'll catch you next time. See you later.